Good morning guys, welcome to Mark Shrimp Tanks. Today is a little bit of a sad day. Our big male Australian crayfish has sadly passed away, and I thought I'd give the little crayfish a few days in the tank just to see if it was going to molt or if it is really dead yet. I think it is, so let's have a little look down here and we'll decide what to do. Alright guys, let's have a little look in the tank. This is the big tank that we keep our Australian crayfish in. Sadly our crayfish here has passed away. But guys, the thing I noticed this morning when I had a look here is even in death, right, there's always new life that comes. I can see up here, I can see a lot of baby crayfish on the filter at the back that I didn't see the other day, right? So the female is in this little space here, and yeah, she was kind of hanging around his body the other day. It's not abnormal for other crayfish to eat a crayfish once it dies, but yeah, this guy hasn't moved at all, so I'm pretty sure he's dead. The snails have been like kind of munching on his legs a little bit, and yeah, we need to get this guy's body out of here before he pollutes the tank with an ammonia bomb, because that is what will happen if we leave him in here. It's a big animal to leave in a tank if you ever have one that dies like this. So I think what we'll do today guys is we'll remove him, put him into a bucket, and we'll have a little look at his body just so you guys can see what these animals look like out of the water, and we'll do a water change in this tank, and we'll give it a little bit of a clean up. There's a lot of snails, lots and lots of marissa snails and stuff in here, and lots of duckweed, right? So we'll have a separate bucket ready for all the plants and whatever else we can get here, because guys, what I like to do is I like to separate the plants and put them into a separate container, and then just later methodically go through it and clean everything. So that is the plan. All this duckweed out the way here, because there's lots of it. Let's grab the cray. Yeah, he's well dead, I can tell. I did actually originally leave the guy in the tank just to see if he was going to molt, but I can see the ends of his legs are missing where the snails have probably been munching away. Let's see. Let's take him out the tank. What a shame. He's almost like a lobster. Big beautiful red claws. What a shame for this poor little guy. Rest in peace, and be known that you fathered a lot of lovely little crayfish that will repopulate this tank in no time at all. Look at those claws, aren't they gorgeous? What a shame. So this guy will be going on the compost heap, and he will be getting put back into the earth for other organisms to live off and break down his little body. Let me see, we'll have a look underneath this for a second. A cool looking animal. There's meant to be a way that you can tell with the sexes here where my finger is, it's moving, but yeah, I can't do it. Let's get you over here. Doesn't it look like a big lobster? Right, so the first thing I'm going to do next guys is we're actually going to fill this bucket up with some water. We're going to drain the tank a little bit, and I'm going to start to get rid of some of these plants. There you go, that's started already. Put that to the side. The beautiful thing about a siphon is you can move it and forget about it. So I'm going to keep this bucket here with the water that's filling up here, you can see, just for the plants and the duckweed, because there's a lot of it. I just want to tidy this up a little bit today, clean the glass, etc. Try and get more of the plants out, and yeah, that'll be the tank water changed and whatever else. Right guys, while the water level is reasonably low, we're going to get in here with our scraper. I'm just going to give this glass a good scrape. I don't think I've done this one for a while, and yeah, it would be nice to actually see everything that's in here. I'm going to go around the marissa snail. Right, so let's do this part mini filter first. I'm just going to splash some water on it, make sure all the shrimp come off the sponge. I actually cleaned this one yesterday. Look how choked it is already. We might do this one again. just pull the filter out first, the power head, because we're going to actually fix this first, right? So I found the backing part of it. So this needs to go on like this, guys. Like this. You see? And then this part hangs over the glass. Right, so to get this on here, you need to pull off the back. And then this bit here slides on to this. Sometimes it can take you a little while to figure out what way this is meant to go on. And you see, it's sliding from the top down. You should put some arrows or something on the back so you know which way to do it. Quite well. So this part goes in here, and you just push it in like that, and it hooks over the back like this. You see? Alright, let's use the last of the water. This is the last amount I got out, it's only a couple of litres, just to clean this filter here, because it is covered. I actually did, guys, I swear to God I cleaned this yesterday. And it is covered in stuff, look at it. So with these, you always have to make sure you give them a little shake like this. Tiny little shake, and you will get a lot of junk coming off it. And then what I like to do, guys, is put them in a bucket like this. Like so. And it gives a chance for crayfish to come off it, because you will be surprised what sticks to a sponge like this. Little crayfish, shrimp, etc. Right, so I need to do a little bit more tank maintenance, guys, I think. We can add our filter back on. By the way, if you're wondering why I have a cable tie around this Pat Mini, sometimes I did notice on them that the base plate here, this bottom part, can actually come away from the body a tiny little bit, right? It's not what you want, because shrimp can go inside, so yeah, I just cable tied it shut completely. Let's get our filter on. Now I won't switch this filter back on until the water level is raised, because we don't want to run a pump dry, but yeah, but this is what it looks like when it's in the tank. Big sponge like this. And yeah, it just hangs over the side. That's how it sits. Like this. And once the water level is up a little bit more again, we'll turn it back on. While we're giving this tank, guys, a spring clean, let's actually clean the lid as well, because anywhere where you have water coming up and spraying on the lid of the tank, you will get algae growing, whatever else, right? So yeah, I have a light like this, just sits across the top, and I have a half a kilo weight that sits on this all the time. And the reason that is there, guys, is because my crayfish are strong enough that they can actually lift this lid and get out of the tank. So let's have a little look, and we'll see how dirty this lid is. I haven't cleaned this for a while. Yeah, it needs a wee bit of cleaning, but you can see what happens here. The water sprays up and yeah, it makes a little bit of a mess. So while we're cleaning, let's just give this a little bit of a wipe. It's actually a little bit dry. I might have to soak this and come back to it. That's what we'll have to do. One momentos. Alright, guys, let's get our water going back into our tank. This is the clamp I use for this tank. Any tank that I have that has a wide rim gets a clamp like this in it. And I just make it tight like this. Pull the handle a couple of times. It's always easier with it's always, how am I meant to do this with one hand? Right, guys, I'll put it on and I'll be right back. We're going to open the valve full. And yeah, this will take an hour or two to fill up. Our tank is done. Let's have a little look. It's had a really good cleanup. I would say that the crayfish in here are fine. They're a little bit hidey because we've been working on the tank, but it's odd. Some of them have made like burrows in the sand. You see that? See this one here? And what I am noticing is where they have made burrows, it's going a way down. So you can see how deep the sand is here. In this burrow, there's no sand. It's all the way to the glass. I can see the bottom. You maybe can see it. And it's like this in every burrow. Big female is in here doing her thing. She pulled in all this mass. I did put in some food. There's the odd little one coming out, but I expect it to be a little bit quiet until the tank settles a little bit. But yeah, I think this was the last tank I was needing to really tidy up, because I can't actually see another tank in the room that is bad anymore, which is unusual for me. Let's see, there is one over here that I'll show you in another video because it's already done as well. Done, redone. Yeah, guys, let's go and say goodbye to our friend and I'll catch you in another one, okay? 1 second, guys. It was nice knowing you and I'll see you on the other side, my little buddy. Rest in peace.